Good evening, everybody. Welcome to week 5 of my no drink video log. I explained last week how I was thinking about drink, not all the time, but it was in my head. Go to the shops, you see wine, think I'm going, well, should I buy it, should I not buy it? I was thinking quite a lot of what am I going to do after the 60 days, when am I going to drink. My birthday's coming up in 3 weeks, would I take one drink then? And I was kind of in my head a wee bit thinking about it, what I'm going to do, what the challenges are going to be. But see, being honest, this week I've not thought about it one bit. It feels like I'm in a new chapter. I'm not bothered if I don't drink again. I know I will, but I'm actually not bothered. I feel sharp. This is the sharpest I've felt for I don't know how long. I've got more energy. My mind feels, I know where I'm going. Do you know what I mean? I feel like I'm sharpest I've felt in, honestly, I don't know how long, a long time. I feel like, sounds daft, but I feel like my memory's sharper. Things come in my head. We're doing these Zoom quizzes, I think things are coming to me quick. I feel good, and I feel like at this moment in time I don't feel I'm going to go back drinking anytime soon. I'm definitely doing the 60 days because I've signed up for the challenge, but I'm even thinking, right, well, I might just do another 30 days after that, or 45 days, or I might just wait till this total lockdown is eased, or lifted, should I say, and wait till the pubs are open and maybe go back and get a couple of drinks with my dad and my friends then, maybe. But drinking in the house, what's the point? I don't. Well, not what's the point. People do it, plenty of people do it, and I've done it. I've done it quite often. But I'm not going back to doing that anytime soon. The way I'm feeling now is, I've got that feeling where I feel amazing. Maybe don't look amazing. I'm tired, but I feel tip top. I feel sharp. I'm thinking, right, the way I felt the last time I had a drink, I kicked the arse out of it. That's probably the main reason why I signed up for this, because I totally was scunnered. 4 in the morning shot, being sick, however sick with drink, being sick. Took me about 3 days, 4 days to actually feel back to some sort of semi-normality. So I'm using that as a driver to think, right, do you want to go back to doing that? Because see, at some point when you drink, you're going to go back to doing that. That's going to happen, because it's always happened. It's happened since I was 17. I'm going to be 36 in 2 weeks. So I'm using that as fuel to make me drive forward to this, and I'm feeling great. I'll be honest with you. I don't want to rub this in people's faces so if I'm out watching this, but I'm feeling great, and it feels like I've just done something. I want a new level now. I'm not thinking about when I'm going to drink again or let's go and buy a drink. I'm thinking now. I don't actually think. I'm not thinking about it. I'm just thinking that moving forward my podcast, moving forward my work, moving forward my family. I feel like I'm more interested in progress. I'm writing down goals. I'm writing down where I want to be in the next year, and I've always kind of been that person. But now I feel like this baggage of drink is away, and that's what one thing I would say that. Listen, I always say that. I've said this every week. I will not tell anybody. I'm trying to preach to anybody to say don't drink. Right, I'm not doing it. But not drinking and focusing on something is by far better for your head and better for your health. But what I would say is, if you're going to try and do this, have a focus, have something else that's going to fill that wee void. Because I was drinking at night, maybe starting at 4 o'clock some nights at the start of lockdown, and then you're having wine or whatever at night, a couple of beers, and it fills that wee gap, a wee boredom gap. And then, you're texting your mates about drink, and then the drink becomes a conversation, and you're sending pictures on WhatsApps, and it's funny, right? It is funny, it's a laugh. But I still have a good laugh about different things without drink. So I would say if you're going to start doing this, make sure you're going to fill that void. And the void for me was starting this new page of mine, Banter Motivation and Real Life Stories. I've actually not quite decided on the name yet, but at the moment it's Banter Motivation and Real Life Stories. It's a podcast I'm setting up to help sort of inspire and motivate people and hear people's stories about what they've been through in their lives and how that can help people. And I'm getting a good buzz from it, and it's something that I've sort of started by chance, and now that's filling my void, if you like. That's what's kind of getting me up early. That's what's I'm using as my driver. But I would say if you're going to do this, something, it doesn't have to be anything like that. It could be something like start exercise. It could be cooking. It could be anything. But have something to fill that gap, because doing it, no drinking's difficult. But I felt going back to that. Sorry, going back to I'm clear of what I'm doing. I feel like I'm writing goals down. I'm more interested now where I'm going. And I've always been, like I said, I've been interested, but now I'm like, right, this is where my focus has gone here. I'm not using part of my head to think about, oh, I could drink in 3 weeks. Right, it's cool. If I drink in 3 weeks, I drink in 3 weeks, big deal. But I'm not going to do it. I'm going to get the 60 days done. And I might do another 30 days. I'm thinking maybe do it into August. Because at the end of the day, the pubs are not going to be open. I can't really drink the same day. I've been doing it now for 35 days. And I've still had a good time with my pals, my family, and for the laugh. It's not been great because isolation, but I'm not missing out then. And at the start I thought I would. And it might probably, to be fair, it probably is the lockdown, as everything's easing. The lockdown, restrictions are easing. It won't get harder because there's more people drinking. Or there's more invitations, and there's more people asking, like, do you want to come round, or do you want to sit at the back? And I will say yes, because I do want to do it. But I need to be prepared for that, because I don't want to go back to the drinking right now. And I know it'll be difficult. And it's been in my head, if I'm being honest with you, what people will think of me long term, or even if it's over the next 3 to 6 months if I don't drink. Well, I still have the types of relationships I've got now with certain people. Hopefully I will have. I know it's difficult for people who drink that, and I'm the only person not drinking. I get it. It is kind of weird sometimes, it shouldn't be, but it is, because if 10 people are not drinking and one person's not, never mind, they're thinking, right, what's he doing? What's the real reason for him doing this? And they feel a wee bit, they can be frustrated by it, and I understand it. So hopefully that won't, in my head, if I continue it, it won't really jeopardise any relationships I've got with folk. Hopefully it'll just be a kind of joke and that's it. But saying that, I don't know. I might end up with 60 days and a drinking day 60 to celebrate. I'm not really sure, but I'm not putting myself under any pressure to do it. But what I've been doing now this week has been trying to get myself back to the way I was feeling after that night out. I had the Zoom quiz. I had my boot camp buddies, because I was fucking dying, man. And if nobody seen this and people are watching it, the last time I drank was that I was hosting a Zoom quiz for my boot camp mates, and they know how to party, man. Every time we go out together, it's all 6 in the mornings. The earliest are getting home, never mind the latest. So we're hammering it, shots, all sorts of drinks, and Mick's got guitar out, and I think I fell asleep on the couch. I fell asleep somewhere. I think I was sick, 4 in the morning, 4:30. Fell asleep on my couch. My young son Aaron, he's 3. He gets up at 7 in the morning. He gets downstairs. I'm lying dying on the couch, and he's like, Daddy, Daddy. I'm like, fucking hell. What is going on with my life here, man? I felt like fucking that. I know it's temporary, right? It's a laugh. But I'll tell you what, I do not want to feel like that. I don't mind drinking, but I cannot go back to feeling like that, because I felt like fucking death. It took me, and when I started back work that week, it took me to the Wednesday or Thursday to actually was like half switched on. Do you know what I mean? I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. So I'm using that feeling to try and keep myself focused. Because I don't give a fuck what anybody says, to be honest with you, right? Because people get rough and drink every week, and I've been doing it for years, but what I'm sick of, and that's why I always go back to this no drinking period, is I'm sick of feeling like dog shit. Because I know, see the way I feel now? Fucking switched on, right? I got up in my bed at 7, I feel good. I don't feel brilliant every single morning, I'm not doing cartwheels out of bed, I'm switched on, I'm getting up early. My mind's clear after 10 minutes after a glass of water, and I feel sharp, and I'm going for walks, and I'm doing stuff that I probably would have done. I'm spending more quality time with my kids. I'm getting more stuff done at work. I'm getting more stuff done in my podcast. So it's getting massive benefits, huge benefits. So I don't want to go back to feeling like dog shit where it fucking wipes off a week, sluts a week off a week. But probably secondary to that, or all of this, or as a byproduct of this, if you want to call it, is my eating's much better, because I'm more clearer. I'm not eating shit all the time. Don't get me wrong, I've a wee packet of crisps and a wee bag of squashies at night sometimes, wee can of juice, but I've lost probably £6 I think I've lost now. My training's been good, but it's not been probably any different to it's been the whole lockdown, but I've lost £6, I'm down to 12.10. I was always carrying a wee bit of fluff, not much, but a wee bit extra fluff on these wee edges, bits that you don't normally, I don't like to carry. People, it's weight I don't normally carry, and I've been doing it for a while now, but it seems to have it's decreasing. So that again is came from me not drinking. The calories that I'm not drinking, and the wee bit more structure I've got in my food. And again, I'm not on a diet, I'm just watching what I'm eating. I'm not eating as much, not eating as larger portions, and I've lost weight during it. And guessing that is contributing to how I feel. So it's not all down to alcohol, but alcohol is basically, I feel like sometimes is connecting the dots, or the bad dots, if you like, because the drink connects to the bad food, makes the bad choices, makes you more tired, makes you exercise less. Makes you less productive at work. And I know it's boring. You go, oh, fucking good. Just won't drink again. Just be a bore and just go to work and just do all this stuff. But at the end of the day, it depends what you want. And have this, and now I really want to make a good go of this podcast. It's not for money. Do you know what I mean? It's not to make money. That's a good thing. It's just to build it up to something that people go, do you know what? That is something that I'm loving listening to. That's given me something. My email newsletters that I'm setting up. When you get the email through, you read it and you go, it's not something you just fucking banging in your junk. It's something you're reading and go, I'm getting something from that. I'm actually getting something from this. So that's what I want it to be. I don't want this to be something they just do on the side. It's like, yeah, it's funny. I want this to be, people actually get good content from it. And I've lost my chain of thought, but that's the kind of reasons why I'm doing it all, because I really want this to be big. So that's what I was saying. I'm making a good go of it. So I'm writing down goals. I'm writing down milestones, if you like, things I'm working towards to do for a certain time. And I know that by drinking, it's just going to slow me down. But I always repeat, I don't actually know what I'm doing in terms of drink. I've not figured it out. But I'm rather than me actually trying to work out a plan and going, by the way, I'm not going to drink, and I'm going to drink. Or when I go back to drinking, I will only drink red wine, because red wine doesn't get you as drunk. And then I won't drink pints, because if I drink pints and I go to vodkas, then vodkas gets me wrecked. So you know what I mean. I'm trying to, in my head, I was always trying to think of a plan. Whereas now I'm just like, you know what? I'm feeling great now. If anybody's watching this and I'm not sure about it, give yourself a period off it to try it. Because I'll tell you what, it's 35 days. It's tough, right? It's tough. I'm in a group now. It's got the 6 month sober group, and people are in it, and people don't last. But seeing you get by this point, I've got up to now, I'm not thinking about drinking anymore. Like, I'll repeat that. I'm thinking about different things. I'm thinking about how am I going to maintain this freshness. That sounds cheesy, right? But that's what I'm doing. I'm fucking 36 next week, 2 weeks, right? I want to feel sharp. I don't want to be one of these fucking... You get to that stage when you're 35, 36 and people choose, go to the pub for a couple of nights, or you don't see that many people in decent shape over their 30s, do you? So that's in my head. I want to be fucking sharp, clear. I want to be good Nick. I want my kids to see this, right? I don't want my kids to see me eating Chris every single night and just eating shit and not be able to run the length of myself. And I think drink's got to contribute to that. But I think I will definitely drink again. I think I will. But I don't know. I don't put myself under any pressure to do so. If I do, I do. I don't, I don't. But I think there's a strong chance I will. But I don't know if I'll just choose certain occasions or with certain people. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, I'm blabbering on. We're on to 15 minutes now. I would say if anybody's thinking of doing it, if you want a wee chat about it or anything like that, message me. I'm more than happy to talk to you about it, about how I've done it, or how I'm feeling. I said it's no massive what I'm doing, but I'll tell you what, it's no easy. It's 100 million times probably more beneficial than you think. But it's going to have a 4 week period at least where it's in a total struggle to do it because everybody's doing it and you're not doing it. If you are doing it, you need to think of something that's going to fill that void so you can focus on something else, because that 20% of your day or your headspace is about drink, and if you don't fill that void with something, with another goal that you can focus on properly, you're not going to manage to stop drinking. It's just not going to happen. You're going to do it for 2 weeks, you're going to fall by the wayside. Boom. Lucky for your last 2 weeks. And if you get to that point over the 4 weeks, I'll tell you what, you'll be fucking sharp as anything, really. You'll be probably the best version of yourself you've been for a while. But anyway, I'm blabbering on again, sorry. Think about it, give us a message if you want. If not, start it, see how you get on. If not, roll into week 6. Yes! Come on! Check out my page for all cool stuff, okay? Have a nice week, cheers.